thing is, I have had a technology background, and I think that has given me perhaps a little different perspective, especially from advanced physics. To give you an example, in June of 2005, Scientific American had an article about the constancy of constants. In other words, the constants of physics, certain parameters that have been regarded as constants in science. They're now beginning to discover may not be constant. And there's experiments trying to determine that. What's interesting about the article is it points out that if the constants aren't constant, their words, that implies that our reality is a shadow of a larger reality. Well, that's what the Bible's been saying all along. You follow me? So the more you know, see, the great thing about 20th century science is it has discovered that the universe is finite. It had a beginning and it'll have an end. That's a shock to many, but that's clearly finally accepted. But the other thing about it is it's also finite in its smallness. If I take a line and I cut it in half, you would think, well, I can take what's left and cut it in half again. At least conceptually, you think I could do that forever. Whatever I've got left, I can split. It turns out not to be true. When it gets less than 10 to the minus 35 centimeters, which is very small, if I try to cut it in half, it suddenly loses a property called locality. It's suddenly everywhere. We now discover and have proven in the laboratory that all photons in the universe know what the other photons are doing. That's a strange way to express it. Time is made up of indivisible units. Time is a physical property. Once you realize the implications of that, it changes your entire perception of Genesis chapter 1.
But all of these wonders of science and technological breakthroughs all point back to God, all glorify Him and point to the Creator.
Do. Absolutely, and that's the beauty of it all. And it's the more you know about the frontiers of science, real science, not the speculations, real science, the more comfortable the book of Genesis reads. So it's a great time to find out what the Bible really says and find out what's really going on.
And, of course, we never retire from studying God's Word.
No, we should not.
Chuck Missler, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, it's a delight to be with you. Thank you.